So welcome back, and following on from a previous video where I first tested the Club Enterprise, we had the nut fall off this coupling rod bush, had the pin fall out the expansion link, and we've had the bolt and washer fall out the front coupling rod. So I'm going to quickly go through, repair all of them, and hopefully they can go back to the club and be good to go. So we might as well start at the front and work our way back. I've consulted the book, which photocopied from Model Engineer magazines back when it was printed, published in the late 70s, 79, 80-ish. The forward crank pin is drilled 2BA, drilled and tapped 2BA. So I just need to make a washer, countersunk, and I have found some 2BA bolts. These are hexagon hold, where on the other side it's a countersunk screw. So I will replace both so they match and go for the cap-headed hexagon. Hopefully it'll be all right. So let's do that. So machining the washer, it's a fairly simple procedure. I just had a bit of bar, it's been knurled on the outside from previous usage, but I've just drilled it with a centre drill, that centre drill there, then drilled it with that drill, and then countersunk it up until I'd reached the size of the head. So all that remains is to part off the thickness required by the drawing and fit it to the engine, although I will need to shorten the screw first. So I'll be with you in one moment. So there it is, and I have also shortened the screw slightly. We'll see if I've shortened it enough. I'll put it in dry to begin with, and then when I take it off I will put some Loctite on before I put it back in. So let's see how it fits. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There we go, that's not too bad. Better off with my other hand. Right, that's gone tight, but too soon. Washer's still loose, but the bolt's tight, so I need to make the bolt a bit shorter still. I'll come back to you shortly. And there we go. I mean, it does look like it's sitting proud, but that's because the rod has end float. So I'll take that out. I'll use some degreaser in the hole just to make sure there's no oil in there, and then a thread lock. So let's get that done and we'll replace the other side to match. Or I might also, where that's blackened, I might just rub the head on some emery to make it silver again. So there we go, that one's fitted. Now to turn our attention to the one at the back. Now, I've just seen a nut on the track there. Oh my gosh. So, that might not have been there when we were at the club anyway. Don't know how we missed that. So, I'll clean that up and just put that back on. And there we are, refitted. I'm almost disappointed I found that nut, because I was looking forward to making a new one. It's a funny thread, so it's not just a nut you can find in a box. It is 1/4 32, and I was probably going to make a nut like that, which looks a bit more railway-like, but never mind. It's now refitted with Loctite and shouldn't come off again. I may do the other side as well, take it off, clean it up, Loctite, put it back together just in case, and I will do the other side of this one so that they match. So with them done, I'm hoping to be able to move the splasher out the way to get to the top half of the expansion link, and then I think with my Enterprise down there I managed to disassemble the expansion link in situ so that I could remove the two halves separately. So I should be able to take out this piece, put the new pin in, which I will silver solder in, and then reassemble. So I'll give it a go and get back to you, see what happens. I believe it's just going to be 2 bolts here and 1 here, and then that splasher should come away. Whether it just comes away enough without removing the lubricator, we'll see. As if by magic, I did have to take the splasher right off, but fortunately it came off reasonably easily. Obviously that's the back half, and that's the front half. I just need to machine a new pin, put it in, and hope it doesn't shift. I can't decide whether to silver solder it in or not. I did on my other engines. I might do that just to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I've made the pin. It's a nice fit in there. It just needs pushing in. And the way I've decided to push it in is on the mid drill. And there we go. It might go a little bit further, but that's my process. I just need to decide if it's tight enough. Now I know I mentioned silver soldering or whatever the pin's in, but the reason I didn't want to is because this expansion link seems to be made of stainless. So I didn't really want to do that. I did consider just TIG welding it, but I'm going to leave it as it is. It's not been that big a job to change. If I have a problem with it in the future, then I can redo it. So this will go back together now, and we can check it's all okay. And there we go, fully assembled, all back together, ready to be run. So I'm not going to have a chance to take it to the club for the next couple of weeks, but when I do, we'll give it another run, hopefully, and check all's good then. But for now, she's ready. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. With any luck, we won't be touching this again because it's finished. I'll give it a little polish up, get it back to the club, and maybe we'll see it running again this year. I don't know. It depends what we get time for. But I'm convinced and happy that she's ready to go, and touch wood, we won't be doing any maintenance for quite some time. So not quite sure when I'm going to get round to editing this, but as it stands, yesterday was when it was running. Today it's fixed. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Take care, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll be back soon. Thanks very much.